What NBA stars really think about Caitlin Clark?
These girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty girls.
It's going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal.
She considered better than me.
Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's biggest star, and almost everyone connected to basketball has talked about her and the impact she has made on women's basketball. While some current and former WNBA players may not be happy with the attention she receives, NBA players continue to praise her incredible talent. Her journey to the top began in college, where she constantly broke records and made amazing long-range shots similar to those made by Stephen Curry. She became the highest-scoring player in women's college basketball history and even passed Pete Maravich's NCAA scoring record, a milestone many believed could never be reached. After scoring 49 points against Michigan in her senior season to set the women's record, Shaquille O'Neal called her the greatest female college basketball player of all time.
Certainly you are.
Yeah, but she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever? Cheryl Miller,
Ever.
Maya Moore.
I said what I said. Ever.
Diana Taurasi.
I said what I said.
Charles Barkley quickly responded by questioning what Shaq said, mentioning legendary players like Maya Moore, Cheryl Miller, and Diana Taurasi. His point is reasonable because even though Caitlin Clark has broken many incredible records, she never won a college championship. Still, Barkley does not consider Clark the greatest women's college basketball player ever, but he strongly believes she has transformed the WNBA. Charles says it is childish and unnecessary for some WNBA players to dislike Clark, especially since the league has grown so quickly after she was drafted.
Brian, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty girls. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like...
Chuck believes that Clark is the WNBA's biggest financial asset and someone who could change both the league's image and the way the game is played. LeBron James understands what it is like to face constant criticism because he entered the NBA with more attention and expectations than any player before him. He shared his opinion about everything Clark has experienced since joining the league and said she needs to keep her attention on basketball instead of the people constantly criticizing her. What stood out most was his belief that Caitlin Clark is smart, level-headed, and highly talented, with the ability to completely transform a franchise that has been struggling.
Caitlin has a great head on her shoulder. She seems like it. I don't think I've ever met her. I don't think I've met her before, but it seems like everything is going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal. I hope she turns that franchise around to where, Tamika Catchings had it at one.
When it comes to pure talent, Caitlin Clark is often compared to Stephen Curry in women's basketball. While fans have watched Sabrina Ionescu compete against Curry in a three-point contest and come very close to winning, the reality is that no other women's player has consistently made deep three-pointers with the same distance and frequency as Clark. Her style includes many of the same qualities seen in Curry's game. She enjoys pulling up for shots off the dribble from well beyond the three-point line and can force defenders to guard her as soon as she crosses half court because that distance is already within her shooting range. Curry has praised Clark's complete offensive skill set, saying she brings a unique style to basketball with her ability to confidently shoot from almost anywhere on the floor. He also admires her willingness to test the limits of her range every game, showing that she trusts her shot even from 35 feet away. Even on nights when she is not scoring at her best, the attention she draws from defenders creates more passing opportunities and makes her an even better playmaker.
Her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can. She just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just unseen. Once she crosses half court, she's within her range. It's always a threat. Biggest thing is how she balances that and her playmaking ability to get everything.
Stephen Curry also said that Caitlin Clark has a quick shooting release and a natural feel for the game that reminds him of his own style. Considering that Curry is widely regarded as the greatest shooter in basketball history, his opinion carries significant weight. His praise suggests that Clark's shooting ability, confidence, and overall approach to the game are qualities he truly respects.
Down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's
Luka Doncic also shares many similarities with Caitlin Clark because he is not only a high-scoring player but also an outstanding rebounder and playmaker, meaning someone who creates scoring chances for teammates. Many people have noticed that Clark's college statistics closely resemble Doncic's numbers in the NBA. Even Doncic himself admitted that when it comes to shooting, Clark is better than he is, giving her high praise for her ability to score from long range.
That ball fly. I watched a little bit, but then I had to do some treatment. But it was amazing. I watched the first half, but she got to go in the second half, so I didn't watch that. She can shoot it better than me.
Even though Luka is not considered the most technically perfect shooter, he is still one of the most dangerous players from long range and can make shots that seem almost impossible. Even with that skill, he believes Caitlin Clark is in a different class when it comes to shooting. But Clark's shooting ability was already exceptional long before she entered the WNBA, and even before she dominated opponents during her college career. Kevin Durant, often viewed as one of the greatest scorers in NBA history, watched Caitlin Clark play in an AAU game many years ago. He immediately recognized how special her talent was because she played with much greater speed and pace, meaning the quick rhythm of the game, than everyone else on the court. Durant said it looked like every other player was moving in slow motion while Clark stayed in complete control of the game. What impressed him most was the way she led every possession. The ball was almost always in her hands, and the rest of the players adjusted their game around her. At that moment, Durant became convinced that she was the top female basketball player in the country.
Playing some skill, and she moving fast. It looked like everybody on that court is way slower than her when she get into her stuff. I remember watching her when she was a summer going into her senior year. I was in Chicago for her, but she was always leading that. She always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country.
Kevin Durant has always been a strong supporter of Caitlin Clark. When she guided Iowa to the Final Four for the first time in many years, he praised the impact she had on the team. He admired how she created more space on the floor, giving her teammates better chances to succeed and making everyone around her play at a higher level. Durant also believed that Clark's abilities were far ahead of what is normally expected at her age. He said she could do almost everything on the court and consistently made the smartest decisions, especially when she attracted defenders and used that attention to create opportunities for her teammates. KD understands how much easier scoring becomes when defenders focus on someone else because he experienced the same advantage while playing alongside Stephen Curry during his 3 seasons with the Golden State Warriors.
Clark, what she's doing, taking that mob out to the Final Four.
Yeah, she's just playing a great game. She's getting her teammates involved. And they got so many shooters. I watched them play Louisville, and the way they moved the ball and played off of her was just perfect. They all got an opportunity to shine. Incredible. She's advanced, man. She could do a lot out there, and she's making the right plays. She can draw so much attention, and she's just baiting the defense in. I'll still make a cross-court pass. Just like, that's just muscle memory. I'll work on this.
Trae Young is widely viewed as one of the top college basketball players of the past 10 seasons. Early in his career, many people questioned whether his scoring style would work in the NBA. He has since proved those critics wrong and developed into one of the league's most dangerous offensive players. Young also sees many similarities between his own game and Caitlin Clark's because both can score from nearly any spot on the court and take control whenever the ball is in their hands. He explained that what makes Clark so difficult to defend is her ability to attack the basket. Most people focus on her deep shooting range, but they often overlook how well she beats defenders with her dribble, meaning ball control while moving, and finishes close to the rim. Young pointed out that Clark's finishing skill keeps defenders guessing, forcing them to respect her drive, which makes it much harder for them to stop her three-point shot.
Crazy. 40 and 12, like scoring and then getting everybody involved. What she's doing is unbelievable. At the beginning of the game, she was just driving to the basket. She was getting layup after layup. And so at some point, the defender that's guarding her way out on the perimeter because they don't want her to shoot threes is going to sag off and be like, okay, I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to let her just keep driving by me. She was dribbling with her left, and then she was using her hang dribble just to read if she was going to be able to blow by her defender or not. And she was just doing step backs and side steps and dribbling in the lane, dribbling back out, and then shooting threes. But it started with her getting to the basket, getting some layups, getting easy ones, getting some and ones to start the game. Like, you could tell that she had a plan on what she was doing on that.
Once she starts getting to the basket and finishing close to the rim, everything else becomes easier for her. Her ability to attack the paint puts constant pressure on defenders and completely changes how the game is played. If opponents focus on stopping her drives, they leave space for her three-point shots. If they take away her outside shooting, she can attack the basket. And if they try to stop both, her teammates get open for easy chances. Behind the back pass, and Smith finishes the play. Many people compare this kind of impact to Steph Curry, but they often overlook that Trae Young affects the game in a very similar way. Some would even say he's a more dangerous player when driving because he can force defenders into fouls, meaning rule violations, while also creating opportunities for his teammates. That's why he believes Clark is almost impossible to defend, because he understands what it's like to be that kind of player himself. Even though Clark has experienced the usual rookie struggles, much like Trae Young and many NBA stars who dominated in college before reaching the pros, she has still brought incredible energy to basketball in Indiana, one of the nation's biggest basketball states. Tyrese Haliburton, the leader of the Pacers, was thrilled when the Fever selected Clark because he knew she would bring huge excitement and attention to Indianapolis.
I'm excited. I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city, and a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, I think is really exciting for me, and I think a lot of people in our organization. And just look forward to watching her grow throughout the process, watching her get better. Looking forward to actually being able to cheer for her now. Now she's with the.
Although Clark earned an All-Star selection during her rookie season with the Fever, many fans were upset that USA Basketball did not choose her for the Olympic team. She is the biggest star in women's basketball, yet Team USA did not reserve a place for her roster spot. Many believed her presence in Paris would have helped the game reach more people around the world. Kevin Durant and Paul Pierce openly criticized the decision, saying USA Basketball missed a major opportunity to grow women's basketball. They understand that politics, experience, and seniority often affect team selections, but they also believe the sport should come first. In their view, no female basketball player has a larger fan following or greater global popularity than Clark.
What's your view on Shorty get left off the Olympic team?
Just thought it was a bad move.
Me too, yo.
Whether you like it or not, this is an opportunity. Now, the U.S. said, they came out and said,
Yeah, she ain't had enough reps.
Well, it don't matter. I don't care what the reps is, and I don't care how political this is. Yeah, it's politics. Yep, it sure is.
It's a new wave that is here, and it's got a major blockage on it, man. Listen, to everybody out here, bro, we're not fighting over the pie that's been established. The ideal is to grow the pie. That's what we're trying to do here. And now we're 4 years behind for not putting these girls on the team. Bro, man, did not only drop the ball, but it set us back, bro. What you mean reps? This girl plays basketball and has played basketball against every type of defense, defender, the best that the female has. She's seen it. You hear what I'm saying?
On top of KG also believes that Clark's impact is helping women's basketball reach a whole new level. He said that when opponents become overly physical and keep targeting you, whether because of jealousy or another reason, it shows that you're changing the sport. Garnett explained that having a target on your back is actually a sign of respect because other players are worried about what you can do. Even if no one in the WNBA openly admits it, he feels many players are concerned about Clark's influence. KG shared a similar opinion about Clark's rival, Angel Reese, who has also faced rough and physical play from opponents. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest players and biggest game changers in NBA history, also joined the discussion. After Jimmy Kimmel compared Clark and Reese to Magic Johnson and Larry Bird in the WNBA, Magic agreed that both players are helping transform the league just as he and Larry once changed the NBA. He added that he experienced similar treatment early in his career because veteran players often dislike seeing younger stars receive more attention, money, and media coverage. Magic finished by saying that the best way for Caitlin to deal with her current struggles, including inconsistent shooting and the Fever's lack of wins, is to keep improving and become a truly great player. He believes that while she is already the league's biggest star, she must match that popularity with outstanding performances on the court.
are going to test you. And if they feel that you've gotten more money or more publicity, they're upset about that. So we have to understand that both Caitlin, Angel, and Brink, who plays for my Sparks, they made the WNBA better. They're going to be tested by these incredible women who've been in the league for a long time. Caitlin is the most popular WNBA player, but she's not the best at this time. Just like Larry and I were not the best when we entered the league. We became the best later on by our play. Caitlin still has to play great to become the best WNBA.
This is likely the toughest point in Clark's career so far. She has earned millions of dollars and is clearly more popular than any other player in women's professional basketball, but she still has to keep improving to show that all the attention and praise are deserved. At the moment, Aya Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, and Sabrina Ionescu, along with several others, are playing at a higher level than she is. However, if she continues to work hard, stays focused, and keeps wearing the blinders, meaning she ignores outside noise, just as LeBron said, she will continue getting better and should be completely fine.